Hello everybody, this is Green Spirit 4229 back with another video. So today we will be working from a suggestion spell from the Llewellyn's 2017 Witches Spell a Day Almanac. I really love this book. I think it gives really great ideas to kind of have a more active practice. I think that it's not necessary for you to go through each and every one of the spells in here or suggestions, but it certainly gives you something to think about. You can be selective, but I thought that this is a perfect spell for me at this time because, as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm in the process of moving and will be moving later this week. And since basically we are in Mercury Retrograde, it's a good idea for me to petition the god Mercury or his counterpart Hermes for assistance during this time when I need to move, because they govern travel and I don't need, well, we're gonna be on the road and I don't want any problems, so I figure I would ask them kindly to, bar me from any of the retrograde effects while we are traveling to our new home. So here is basically, I'm going to read what the date is, what the spell entails. Today's for January 2nd. I know this is technically, well, it's after midnight, so it's a day late, but I figure it still applies considering we're still in Mercury retrograde. So here it goes. Getting divine help during Mercury retrograde. Several times a year, the planet Mercury seems to be moving backward in the sky. This is called Mercury retrograde. While other planets also move retrograde, Mercury seems to be the most troublesome. Things break down, people lose their tempers and make ridiculous mistakes. Murphy's Law, if anything can go wrong, it will, takes over. When Mercury is in retrograde, we are warned not to sign contracts and to think before we speak. During Mercury retrograde, speak to the god himself. So then it goes on to a spell that you can say. So I will be using the wording of the spell because I really like what it says and it really applies to my purpose, but I am obviously adding to it, and that's what I'm saying. Like this almanac is to kind of give you prompts, but you can still add to it. So I did some research on the god Mercury and his counterpart Hermes, and I found out that some of the things that you can use as offerings to Mercury and Hermes are things like myrrh and frankincense. And right here I have some myrrh in a container, and I have some frankincense tears as well. I do have both myrrh and frankincense essential oil. I've got a candle. It's not really for anything except illumination. I always feel just, I usually have a working candle, but my working candle is packed away right now. So it's more just for my purposes because I feel like I need a candle, or it just puts me in the zone, I guess. Something else that you will need, this is essentially going to be a travel spell. I'm going to make this little pouch and I'm going to put it in the car for protection, as a symbol of Mercury and Hermes being behind us to get to our destination safely. What's funny about this bag, again, everything that I own mostly has been packed, pretty much all my witchy supplies. So I was desperately trying to find out how I was going to do this, but then I found, just by chance, I had a little sachet from one of those break open geode crystals, which I found to be pretty appropriate. I don't know. Another thing that Mercury and Hermes you can use as offerings is silver coins, but also foreign coins. Now, I gave this some thought about I tried to find a silver coin that was a foreign coin that I could use, but I couldn't find that. But really, is it foreign to them because, you know, Roman Greek, or foreign to me? I decided to go with foreign to me, and also because this is all I had. So I have a Spain euro from when my husband was overseas. So I am using that, and it's foreign money to me. Also, another offering to them is cinnamon. So this is why I have cinnamon. Also, what I have done here is I've created this little, I'll put it close, a little sigil to go ahead and put in my bag. As you can see, it's Mercury or Hermes helmet with the wing, and then I've added arrows to represent the 4 directions for travel. So basically what I'm gonna do now is I am gonna go ahead and use the spell that was provided in the Llewellyn Almanac, and concentrate on visualizing in my mind's eye Hermes and Mercury's energy blessing our travels so that everything goes fine and we get there safe and sound with no problems to our vehicle, or have any obstacles dissolve, because Hermes and Mercury are essentially propelling us forward safely to our new home. So I have that very clearly now in my mind. I can see them, or see him in our vehicle, around our vehicle. I'm envisioning that. And now I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hold this paper and see that very clearly. I've got my coin. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the top of it. I'm going to add my cinnamon on top of that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add some myrrh. You don't need a whole lot. I mean, really. And normally I would crush this up in my mortar and pestle, but because it's actually a resin, it gets kind of sticky, and I don't want my little sachet to get sticky. So this is just fine. And I was glad that I had my herb. I have a chest, like almost looks like a treasure chest that I had. My best friend, or one of my best friends, gave me years ago to hold my herbs, and now it's full to the max. And then I'm gonna use some frankincense tears as well. Put that on top. Okay. I'm going to put my power hand. If you're questioning what a power hand is, it's essentially your dominant hand. There is this belief that your power hand is your dominant hand and you use it to project your energy, while your non-dominant hand is your receptive hand. So I will place my projective hand over these items, and then again clearly visualize that protection by the god Mercury and Hermes very clearly in my mind's eye. And now that I have that very clearly, they're surrounding the car. I can envision it in a golden light provided by them. They're flying with their winged shoes and winged helmet. And I say, Great Mercury, even though you are walking backward right now, please remember that we mortals do better when going forward. Lend me your winged hat, which I will wear as my thinking cap, that will straighten my thoughts and ideas and keep me from doing stupid things. Keep me safe until you go forward. Keep us safe on the road, protect our vehicle, clear our road so that we arrive to our new home safely. By your grace, so mote it be. Okay, now that I have done that, now I did add obviously my additional words to the spell that was provided by the Llewellyn Witch's Spell a Day Almanac. But now I'm going to go ahead and, so I already have some myrrh, some cinnamon, the coin, my sigil, everything's on here. Then I'm going to go ahead and add 3 drops of frankincense essential oil. Okay. Now this isn't really necessary, but I feel like because essential oils are so powerful, this is kind of a little extra oomph. Oh, and this lid is on tight for the myrrh because again, it's a resin. Ooh. And it gets kind of sticky. The cap fell off here. Hold on. There we go. So it will stick because it's a little sticky. And then 3 drops of the myrrh essential oil. Ugh. So wonderful. Okay. And then I say again with my power hand, Great God Mercury, God Hermes, please accept this offering, and please, as this token gets placed in our vehicle, activate your protection for us so that we may arrive at our destination safely. So mote it be. Okay. And now I'm putting everything in my little sachet. Okay. I'm sealing it up, holding it again. I'm placing it through my third eye. I always do this because I feel like it connects me to the divine, and then I'm presenting it forward. And there it is. So now I have a little protection sachet for our travels, specifically for the Mercury retrograde. Thank you for watching, and blessed be, and goodbye.